This is our weekly group. I call it Weekly Reset with Reiki. It is generally a discussion about our topic. Today it's on vision boarding. Whether that's a real word or not, I'm not sure. And then we move into meditation. And today I will lead a longer guided meditation for us so that we can gather this opportunity to have this internal vision board. And then we'll have some time for quiet reflection and meditation before we finish. The idea of vision boards just came up, and I thought maybe we'll talk about it because I do have vision boards. I have 2 vision boards that I've created in my life. However, they haven't been a force for me. I don't know if I haven't made at a point to use them, or it's just maybe they're not what I'm called to work with. So, but I realize that I have this internal sense, this internal vision board inside me that helps me to create my high vibration life. And I call upon it routinely. And I guess it must be related to the idea of manifesting or intention setting. Indirectly, perhaps. I honestly haven't done enough reading or research about that, but I would think that they are somewhat related. So that is the idea. The idea was for us to discuss vision boards, the actual physical ones, and I will look to other people who are using them and have great success with them to please share about your experiences with them so that we can then take some of that information and move it into our meditation. Let me read a little bit about vision boards, and please other people add in what you gain from it or what you know about vision boards. A vision board is a tool used to visually represent and focus on goals, dreams, and aspirations. It is a collage. So it is a grouping of things, of images, words, and other visuals that serve as a constant reminder of what a person wants to achieve and helps to motivate them to take action. Here's a more detailed explanation of the purpose of vision boards. Visualization and goal setting. So vision boards help individuals visualize their goals, making them feel more tangible and achievable. Motivation and inspiration. The visual representation of goals on a board can be a powerful source, keeping us focused, which really truly can be a value, great value. Focus and clarification. Vision boards help us to clarify what we really want in life. And also, I love this, to be sure that they're aligned with what we want, right? That's, this idea of aligning with our values. So I know I had my one vision board. The second vision board, I have not put it up like I had my first one, which I had it on the wall of my office, actually. So I did see it every day and I did look at it, and I would change it from time to time. I will share, I'm a little embarrassed by it, but I'm going to share both of mine because they're a little bit different. So I'm a mess, but just understand that. So this was my original one where I had photos, I had different categories, and I changed things and I highlighted things. See, travel to Ireland, I don't know if you could read that. But one of the things I did write on mine a basic idea was to create more time and money for future and leisure. And so that became my motivation for why I created this. And, mine has business and health and finance and leisure. Those were my main categories. Then the next one, and this is the one I've been using more lately, and I just cut out some things that I saw that I wasn't even thinking that much about them. When I saw the photos or the words, I cut them out in magazines, and because I felt that they were being drawn from the heart. And in that way, I was able to come up with, home is important. To me, home is not a place for me. I've determined that. but I want to buy a house. I'm in a rental right now. And, the ocean, joy, the word joy, because that's big for me, movement. So these were just some of those ideas. And then along the side, I decided to list the values and words that were really important to me, the things that were driving me. It's a lot, and I probably could add more. So that was how that this is the one I kind of feel a little more resonant with, even though it's not specific necessarily. And the words I added were identity, clarity, abundance, truth, travel, family, ocean, nature, offline, love, movement, literature, sunshine, friends, beach, quiet, mountains, weight, always a thing, freedom, flow, charity, space, health, release. And these are in no particular order. I guess the order they came to me: risk, confidence, home, heart, and create. So, kind of those have helped me. And many of these words are very common in my daily thought and meditation, actually. Oh, the second one feels very vibrant and alive. You're right? I was so stilted making that other one, but I had never done it before and I felt like I had to. Something in me said, you need to make a vision board, right? So I did it and I just decided not to think too much about it. But so yeah. Violet, yeah. Oh, and joy is your word for the year. Oh, it's so great. The difference between my first and the second. The second seems more in tune. Second is more me for sure. Danny, it almost feels like looking at the difference between our thinking about manifesting versus feeling it. Oh, between one and two. Wow, I'm getting vibrations when I read that, and I think that's so true. And I think, the whole idea of manifesting is so much for me internal. It's so much about this. And, journaling, and all of the different practices that are involved in manifesting and the law of attraction, they are all important and great, and I never discount them. But there's just something about maintaining and being able to hold all of that here all the time that's so helpful for me. Vision board acts as a reminder of goals and reinforces positive affirmations. And also long term planning, the thought about what we might want to have. I mean, honestly, I think no matter what phase of life we're in, we can do create those long term plans. And I love thinking about that. What's even beyond? What's beyond this physical realm in the long term to take us out of typical. So often you see things like finances, business, education, fitness, or health. I like to use leisure, but you can think of it as self care or adventure, spirituality, relationships. These are all beautiful things to be added to the vision board. Are there other categories that people like to add and you might want to throw in there? I think we should move into meditation. DNA makes sense. Do you know why feeling is so helpful when we're manifesting? Because it helps us discern what's truly in alignment with our values. Yeah. Melinda, well being of animals. And I think that's like when we talk about being in line with our values, that's so important. So that's so important to Melinda. It should be important to all of us, of course, but maintaining and keeping that within us. So I'm wondering if do we incorporate that? You can create your own sense or your own section for those specific things. How I connect with animals, how I help, how I send out positive things to support them. So that could be under relationships, It could be under love. Love isn't in here either. So that's beautiful. Okay, so please remember these for yourselves. I will make some general statements during our visualization time, but remember you can just ignore those and have your own thoughts. Prepare yourself for some meditation. This will be a time with Reiki energy. So if you're new to Reiki, it is just a gentle energy that exists all around us, and we use it during this time to guide us, to help us to be more open, more accepting. If you are a Reiki practitioner, of course, feel free to begin self-Reiki for yourself as well. It's a gentle energy with no side effects, so you don't have to be concerned, but you also don't have to accept it if you don't want to. We ask today to be open and accepting of Reiki as it flows, knowing that Reiki is always available, no matter what our intentions are, no matter what our visualization, our thoughts, our desires, it will still be here for our highest good. All right. Please take some time to ground yourself. Allow in some deep breaths to fully fill your being, for some nourishment, for some calm. And then as you release, just allow your body to relax. I want to walk us through a rather quick body scan today to lead us to the heart, where we can begin to birth these ideas for our vision board, our internal vision board, and allow them to be anywhere within us. They don't have to stay at the heart. If you're sitting or lying, just sense your body at the space where you are, touching the chair, the couch, the bed, the floor, feeling your body on the place that is ultimately connected to the earth. And keep your breath flowing here. This is going to use some visualization. However, if pictures are not something that come easily to your imagination, your mind, just use intention, just use the words. They are equally as effective. So begin just considering relaxing the parts of your body. We'll start at our crown. Imagining just letting the muscles there at the top of the head release down. It's just melting over your body and out. And as you breathe, relax the muscles in your forehead, releasing muscles and tension around your eyes, cheeks, and at your jaw and temples. As you breathe, imagine releasing tension in your throat, allowing breath to flow freely there, and releasing at your neck. Breathing and releasing tension held in your shoulders. Imagine it just gliding off and down into the earth. And relaxing and releasing any tension in your arms, hands, and fingers, feeling free to move them and allow the sensation of release to happen. And breathe into your entire torso, your chest, your abdomen, and up your back, As you exhale, feeling tension there, release the muscles relaxing, opening up in the chest, in the belly, in the pelvis. And release tension down through your thighs, your hips and thighs, all the way down your legs. Relaxing your lower legs and feet and toes. Just quickly scanning one more time, crown to toe. And just imagine a nice sweep, a nice flow of water or energy, just taking any excess right from your head all the way down to your feet and ending up into the earth. And now beginning at your feet, just bring your attention all the way up through your legs, into your pelvis. Imagine guiding your gaze all the way up your spine until you reach your heart space. Feel free to place your hands there if you'd like, and breathe into this beautiful area, this place of love and compassion, the place where we gather, where we send off, and that bridges so many things in our lives. And as you breathe, imagine creating a light here, a light that can help illuminate what you wish, what you desire. You can allow that light to stay small and be a beacon or a beam to what you desire as it comes through, or completely open up and light up your whole body. And let's focus on the things that we would like to have in our life. These are goals, these are intentions for our internal vision board. This is the thing that will bring joy. These are the things that will bring happiness. These are the things that will make you feel lit up, excited, content, satisfied, fully, they are fully resonant. They make you feel complete. This is the life that settles into everything you desire. Do not worry if it feels unrealistic. Release those expectations. Remember, listen to what I share and create as you can, or make your own. Consider at this moment what you would like to focus on for your health. What are your health goals, your health intentions? What would you like for today, for tomorrow, for next week, for next year, and for the rest of your life? Is it about strength? Is it about healing a wound, a physical and emotional wound? Is it about gaining acceptance to live with whatever limitation may be with you? Picture that person living in that health. Sense how it feels. Find the joy and happiness in that space, in being that person with that health. And it should feel good. If anything isn't resonating, release it and come up with a new vision, a new thought. Feel free to place that healthy person, that health vision somewhere in your being. It could stay at your heart, it can move somewhere else on the vision board of your internal sense. Let's move to a category of relationships. How would you like your relationships to be enhanced, to grow, to exist? The relationship with yourself, relationships with family members, with friends, with animals, with pets, with your colleagues, on and on. How can those relationships help you to shine? What would those connections be like to help you feel joy, happiness, fulfillment, completion, support? Remember, keep it resonant and meaningful. Sense yourself in relationship. How does that feel? It should feel great. And again, slide that sensation, that essence, that picture of you in relationship into some space in your body, either in your heart or someplace else, that it can be held. And we can move now to your ideas and desires about finance or wealth or abundance or business. What is it that you would like to see happen, occur for you in the realm of finance? What you see and picture should be not, there should be no limitations here. It should be things that bring you joy, the thing that brings you happiness, helps you to feel supported, complete, fulfilled. Sense, see, and feel yourself living that life with that degree, that feeling of finance, support, abundance, money, business, whatever it is. Push out anything that feels bad or comes to you, comes back up and pops up that says no, or that's not okay, or that's too big, or that doesn't make sense. Nope, we don't want that. We want what we want. Hold on to those thoughts, that image of that person living the life, And you can go ahead and move that financial piece, that part of our board, back to your heart or someplace else in your body where it fits. And keep breathing here. We have visualized and created a few aspects: relationship, finance, health. And let's move to another one of leisure and self-care. What would you like to continue to provide for yourself or begin providing for yourself that makes you feel great? What can you do? What can you think that brings great joy, great happiness, fulfillment, completion, when you consider yourself living life with these practices, with this identity of self-care and leisure supports? How does it feel? What does it look like? Breathe into this. You're supporting yourself. You're creating this beautiful goal for your life today, tomorrow, next week, next year, and forever. Of course, always subject to change. And breathe. And now move that space, that picture of leisure and self-care you've created, either to your heart again or to some new space in your body that completes just this moment of the vision board. And I'll add one more category, and that is of love. So consider where love plays a role in your life, in your vision for yourself now and for the future. Love of yourself, love of other people, of animals, of the environment, of the earth, of relationships. Consider what that would be like if you were completely fulfilled with accepting and sharing love in a way that felt comfortable, safe, and honored who you were. That brought great joy, happiness, fulfillment, contentment, to live like this forever or for the next moments. And allow that, of course, to be in your heart, but spread out to the rest of your being, to encompass your whole inner vision board. And as we move into some time of quiet reflection, create the vision of yourself, feeling the accomplishment, the fulfillment of all of these things that we have created in this inner vision board. This life which meets your desires and expectations. Allow it to raise your vibration, bring you feelings of excitement, bring you feelings of peace. So each time some little doubt begins to creep up in this moment, remember you can push it out with these beautiful thoughts from your own vision and your own goals and desires. Just keep your breath flowing during this time, maintaining the image that works for you, but even more importantly, the feeling, the sense of what that full picture feels like. Take a moment just to allow yourself to close out this time with your own visualization, with your own desires, with your intentions inside. Offering some gratitude for whatever part, whatever piece you can hold on to here and come back to, knowing that you can always recreate and keep building. When we're able, we can come back inside and keep this flowing, keep this glowing, keep the picture growing and being clear. Always remembering that with everything, we are innately joy. We are innately love. Give yourself some time to come back now. Breathing deeply, sensing your body back here in the space where you are, feeling your body connected to the chair, to the couch, to the floor, wherever you are. And taking a couple of deep breaths in. And I'll finish with the Reiki principles. Just for today, I will not anger. I will not worry. I will be grateful. I will work diligently. And I will be kind.